Today's topic is about thoracic duct. Thoracic duct is the largest lymphatic vessel which drains lymph from most of the body into the bloodstream. Lymph is milky white due to the presence of chyle from intestine, which is a product of fat digestion. The duct of the thoracic duct appears beaded because of the presence of numerous valves in it. Area of drainage. Thoracic duct drains whole of the body except the right upper quadrant, which is drained by the right lymphatic duct. The right lymphatic duct drains right side of the head and neck, right side of the chest wall, right lung, heart, liver, and right upper lung. Length of the thoracic duct is 45 cm and lumen diameter is about 5 mm. Extent. It extends from the upper end of the cisterna chyli, which lies in the posterior abdominal wall opposite to the L1 and L2 vertebra. It starts from the lower end of the T12 vertebra and extends up to the junction of left internal jugular vein and left subclavian vein at the root of neck. Development. There are 3 stages. Stage 1. There will be a network of lymphatic channels seen in front of the thoracic part of vertebral column. Stage 2. Appearance of 2 longitudinal lymphatic channels. Stage 3. Development of gross communication. The right long channel above this and left long channel below this disappears, resulting in the formation of thoracic duct. Next is the formation, course and termination. Thoracic duct begins in the lower border of T12 vertebra as a continuation of cisterna chyli opposite to the L1 and L2 vertebra, and it enters thorax through the aortic opening in the diaphragm, which lies at the level of T12, and enters the posterior mediastinum. It ascends in the posterior mediastinum to the right of the midline in front of the vertebral body, which is related to the right side by the azygos vein, and it ascends up to the T5 vertebra. At the level of T5 vertebra, it crosses from right to left to enter the superior mediastinal part and runs along the left border of the esophagus and reaches up to the root of neck. At the root of neck, it arches laterally at 3 to 4 cm above the clavicle at the level of C7 and terminate by opening into the junction of left internal jugular vein and left subclavian vein. Tributaries of the thoracic duct. In the neck, it receives left jugular trunk, which drains neck, and left subclavian, which drains left upper limb, and left bronchomediastinal trunk. In the thorax, ascending lymphatic trunks, which drains from upper lumbar lymph nodes, and descending lymphatic trunk, which drains from posterior intercostal lymph node of upper 6 spaces and posterior mediastinal lymph nodes. In the abdomen, it drains from lower 6 intercostal lymph nodes. Relation of the thoracic duct. At the aortic orifice, right side by the azygos vein, left side by the aorta, anterior by the median arcuate ligament of diaphragm, and posterior by the T12 vertebra. In the posterior mediastinum, right side by the azygos vein, left side by the aorta, anterior by the diaphragm and esophagus, and posterior by the vertebral column. In the superior mediastinum, right side by the esophagus, left side by the left lung and pleura, anterior by the arch of aorta, posterior by the vertebral column. At the root of neck, it is related anterior to the carotid sheath, which contains left common carotid artery, left internal jugular vein, and left vagus nerve, and posterior by the vertebral artery and vertebral vein. In coming to the clinical anatomy, thoracic duct injury is common during surgical procedures. It can result in chylothorax. And thoracic duct obstruction is seen in microfilial parasites obstruction that can lead to chylothorax. An enlargement of left supraclavicular lymph node malignancy, known as Virchow's node, can result in thoracic duct obstruction and can result in chylothorax. Thank you.